Hey E-Man, Brian Ellison here, President Death's Door Spirits. It's Sunday, it's a little quiet here in the facility, so thought I'd bring you back into the lab and show you some of the different components that make up our Wondermint schnapps liqueur. So Wondermint here is actually his full name is Schoolcraft's Original Wisconsin Wondermint Schnapps Liqueur. We call it Wondermint for short. Fits better on a table tent and certainly less to memorize for everybody out there. But the genesis of this was actually a recipe that we found in a book. Actually, John Jeffrey, our head distiller, found this book at a garage sale that had a bunch of different recipes, including liqueurs from back in the 1920s. And rumor is he got it at the book at a garage sale. But it was really this great old book, and had some really cool recipes. One of them being this mint liqueur with all these different ingredients. We thought, well, hey, let's give it a try and see how it tastes. And tasted phenomenal, and we loved how it came out. So we thought, what the heck, let's come out with this. Not a lot of people out there with artisanal schnapps, certainly not peppermint schnapps. And so we thought it'd be fun to come out with, because schnapps is a big product here in Wisconsin, and we thought people would be excited to see it, and they have been. So the base ingredient of our Wondermint is Death's Door vodka. And if you don't know the story of Death's Door, it's the passage of water between Washington Island and the Wisconsin mainland. We work with the farmers on Washington Island, and they grow hard red winter wheat for us. We use all of that wheat for our vodka, our gin, our white whiskey, and of course now our Wondermint. And then we also use malted barley from Chilton, Wisconsin. But if you haven't experienced our vodka, what I can tell you about it is that it has a really nice malty flavor to it. It's not like a whiskey, but I mean it is a vodka, so it has a neutrality to it. But that maltiness comes out in sort of a vanilla-esque sort of flavor, a little bit of grassiness, and it's really nice. It also has a structure to it, a mouthfeel to it that makes for a really good sipping vodka. And so when you do try the Wondermint, you let it sit on your palate for a while. Number one, you'll notice that viscosity that comes from a great product. Base product, and then as well you'll notice that that it has a little bit of maltiness to it as well that manages to sneak through after the peppermint starts to dissipate on your palate. So with that, we use a couple different things. We use peppermint extract, and I should say a lot of people get confused over extracts versus flavors. Extracts are actually coming from the essential oils that are coming from the base plant. So in this case, they're using mint. They're macerating it. They're creating it into an oil, and they're distilling it out. And then the extract is actually coming from using that essential oil and using a blend of alcohol, which helps to break down those oils, and then also some water, which makes it more soluble in solution, so that when you put it into your solution, as we put it into our Wondermint here, it doesn't get cloudy and it mixes well and plays well with others. So we're using peppermint here from the Liebermuth company, and as well we're using an almond bitter oil, which also makes for a great flavor in there. It gives you some vanilla notes, gives you some nice middle notes, as well as a good aromatic that plays well with the peppermint. We're using rose water, organic rose water, that is giving that nice floral sort of middle body to the spirit. It makes it really nice and inviting and soft. And then the last ingredient, which unfortunately I don't have a bottle of, because I think we used them up in our last batch here, and can't happen to find a bottle here, but is the St. George absinthe. So we do work with Lance Winters and the guys at St. George, and they allowed us to use their formula to submit our formula to the government. And it's really great to have their absinthe in there, because it is such a beautiful absinthe, as well as it has some really great herbaceous floral notes to it that when you notice in our Wondermint that it's sort of the finish on it. So instead of there being just the peppermint, alcohol, sweet that you usually get in peppermint schnapps, you get this really beautiful floral texture to it. And then at the end you get this nice herbaceous drying note, which is the absinthe, which makes you want to have more. Which is what's so great about the product. So that's about it. I hope it answers your questions. We can certainly put more out there. Brian at deathsdoorspirits.com, B-R-I-A-N. Brian with an I is the only way to spell it, really. And then also you can check us out at deathsdoorspirits.com. Yes, unfortunately our website is not up and running yet for Wondermint. But we're a small company, and we're trying to get stuff going as quickly as we can. But sometimes the all the marketing stuff trails behind because we're so focused on making a great product. Hope that answers your questions, and we'll talk to you later.